got a special guest, Tom Sinclair. Tom, thank you so much for joining us. Tom's here.
We're not really live,
Tom will
are
talk
we?
a little bit about.
No.
Oh my gosh! You know what? You know what? We could probably have time to do though. I'd like to give Tom a bubble in the. Here, let me do it. I think we have time. Tom, I'd like to give Tom a bubble in the presentation if he's going to be there. You know what I mean?
Is it chill that is something?
Do we have a 3-person bubble?
I thought we have an orange one.
I have one.
I don't know if we have a blue
Because I
one.
know that it's delicate.
Bubble,
66.
Where is it? Oh, it's there. Let me see if we have one. I hope we do.
Where are you staying this year, Tom?
Hampton and Tropicana. I have no clue where that is. It's an older place.
We have. You're right. We have an orange one. We don't have a blue one. My bad. I should have thought of that. All right. So.
I don't know. If you people are having trouble with the giveaway, I mean, that's...
Not a good start.
So that's what I was going to
It's
do
only
for
one
my
person,
show
so it's
later.
like, I don't know what's going on.
4 minutes.
Yeah. I'm not going to be fancy like you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fancy.
That'll work just fine.
Okay.
And then we'll just throw Tom in here.
Because I know that it's delicate.
I am so stoked. I can barely stand it.
Moi aussi.
There's Tom.
Are you guys hosting a party? You need to.
No, we should.
Your party would be the best party. Oh, gosh, you
think?
guys would be such
I
great
think that your
hosts.
party's going to be the best.
Well, it's going to be the only one that I know of.
I would be such a great host.
Nobody's invited me to a party. I had to throw my own. Poor me. Gee whiz. All right, so I'm going to give
No, I
a
think
shout out
that's the
to
only party
Anderson
that we're
and
going
Paul
to.
and Kyle and Tess and Dave and Tommy and Dan and Dave and Daniel and Tim
There we go.
and Giles
Sorry
and
about that.
Amnon.
And Michael.
Mike Lettermoser.
Yeah, I'm out of
Oh.
sync because it's an over and back, Amnon.
You see what the problem is with this one, Mike, real quick?
Yes.
Just, it looks like Tess is a little too high, and I'm a little too high. Tess has got a little bit there, which is actually, I don't really care about that too much. There we go. Cool. All right. All right.
That's what we do.
I'm pumped for this one. This is going to be
can't even do
fun.
La 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 la.
Got our wireless
la,
in-ear
la, la,
microphones,
la.
so you can still hear Tom and walk over there, whatever.
Da, 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 da.
All right, so is that 2 separate cameras or is that one camera split in half for you guys?
It's one camera split in half.
Okay. There we go. Jeez Louise. Hey, minute 25. Here we go.
Minute 25. Oh gosh.
Get ready.
Can you cut to our full screen then?
Yeah.
And then you got the countdown timer in the bag?
Yes.
Okay. Have you hit the preview button on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. We're getting ready. Something feels different about this one.
Why?
I don't know. I got my telestrator.
Because you're
1
Tom?
minute.
And we're in different seats?
We're in different seats.
Yeah, you are different seats.
I don't know. Just maybe it was I don't know what it is. I just feel pumped for this one.
That
gotta keep
thread's
the
going to
energy
drive me
high.
crazy.
Where is it? I don't even see it.
I see it.
Can you tuck it?
It's
up
right
in
there. Right there. Quickly, get it.
Those all shirts that get done.
I
His
just made
sleeve's
it
gonna
worse.
fall
We need
off.
to scissor it.
Here, just leave it.
No,
Just
wait,
leave
I'm
Tuck
tucking it in.
Tuck it in.
Shit, here we go.
Oh, golly.
Right. Countdown timer. You'll see the countdown timer.
We have had
Whoa,
some
what's
technical
happening?
problems.
Can't see anything on the screen? Oh, there we go.
It's never good.
It should be counting. What the heck? Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off.
It's showtime, folks. Welcome to PTZ Optics Live.
We have a very exciting show for you today. We have a surprise guest along with everything that we are doing for NAB.
Yeah, we are so excited to take you into what we're doing at NAB. We're going to have a Wirecast gear, new tech TriCaster TC1, vMix running on a PTZ Optics producer kit, Mimo Live, OBS. Are there any more live streaming platforms that we can connect our cameras to, Tess? All right, here we go.
That I'm thinking of. Hold on.
There are just so many. And not only that, we're so excited. We actually got tattoos. I have the NAB show. It's a little raw right now still. And Tess got the NDI tattoo.
Don't worry, I didn't forget the trademark, guys.
Now, I have to say, some of the comments you guys have been leaving in the pictures in the chat are just a little hilarious. I love how Derek called us gangster for doing this, but, we're just so
The fact that it was McLovin was just, like,
I know.
perfect, because that's how we felt going in there.
It's dedication. We're dedicated to the NAB show, folks. So let's show you how dedicated we are with this quick video, and then we'll show you all about our booth and what you're not going to want to miss at the 2018 NAB show.
Are you sure you want to do this, Tess? This is like forever.
I'm ready. It's my first year at NAB. I want to do something that's going to make a stance. NDI.
All right, well, I'm getting the NAB show tattoo. This is my first tattoo.
I feel like the color on that one would really do it justice.
I don't know about that.
Right there.
Are you scared?
No. Duh. I don't get scared.
Good.
I don't know why this is giving me just like anxiety just sitting here next to him. Like,
Look at that. What do you think?
no big deal, just another day at work.
Okay, so I know a lot of you have been wondering about the tattoos. Do not tell Tess's mother that she got one.
She hasn't found out yet.
Don't tell my parents either, for that matter. I don't think that they are going to be too happy about these giant tattoos that we got, but it's for a good cause.
It is for a good cause, and we just wanted to stand out. Never got a tattoo before.
Yeah.
You guys will see.
You'll see. So let me just show a call to action at the bottom here. I want to let you guys know, if you want to see these crazy people, all of our engineers, people, everyone at our booth, schedule a meeting with us at ptcoptics.com/NAB, and you'll probably see this really cool camera trick that Tess is going to show you guys right now. You got your remote,
Tess?
For it? Let's do it.
So
there's this cool new feature in the PTZ Optics cameras where you can have focus set to presets. So Tess is going to show off her new eyelashes. You might want to change the focus.
Okay, ready?
So now it's focusing on Tess, as you can see. And then by just changing the preset, I'm in focus. So you can have focus pulls with PTZ Optics cameras to create really dynamic, almost cinematic style live streams and video productions. So we just thought it was really cool. Great way to use the cameras. A lot of customers have been asking about this. So you can have a camera preset set specifically to a point of focus. So that way if somebody walks in front of the camera, it won't throw off the autofocus. It will just stay locked in. So I know a lot of you have been asking about that. That's available in the latest PTZ Optics firmware. Really excited about that. Great job, engineers over at PTZ Optics. Now let's introduce you guys to our guest, Tom Sinclair from the Streaming Idiots. How you doing, Tom?
Hi, guys. How are you today? There I am. All right.
Good.
Better because you're here.
Better. I am so stoked. I am so excited about your tattoos, and your parents are going to just freak out. Gee whiz. But I saw that you guys were getting one, so I said, I can't be outdone by these two. So I decided to get one of my own. So I've got one here.
Oh my gosh. What is that? Tom, can you make that full screen, Michael? I can't see that. What is that?
It's vMix. The vMix logo.
Oh my gosh.
So I'll
Look
have
at that. It is.
I'll have that at the
Wow.
That looks like it's going to last a couple weeks. That's dedication, baby.
I've had that one for a while. Yeah. At least 20 minutes.
Wow.
So yeah, it's amazing. It's the Sharpies were really sharp. I screamed the whole time. It was horrible. But I'm so delighted to be here. Thanks for having me. What a great time to have a co-show between PTZ Optics and Eastern Shore Broadcasting with Stream Geeks and Streaming Idiots. I can't help but think that somehow Streaming Idiots got knocked off and became Stream Geeks. I just that I'd stay awake at night. I stay awake late at night worrying about that, thinking, okay, now what else are they going to do? If I got a tattoo, I bet they would get one too. So there you go. We're full circle.
Maybe we'll get some tattoos in Vegas when we're there next week. But I'm really
VMix
excited
in
to
the
have
house.
you. Oh, VMix is in the house, watching from Australia.
Watching from
Tom,
Vegas.
now
They're
you're
gonna
going to
send
be
you
in
some more
real
shoes.
trouble.
They're in
really?
Vegas.
Oh, they're here
Yeah,
already.
they're here. They're
Oh,
ready.
that's awesome. So for those of you coming with us to Vegas this year, 2018 NAB show, a couple of things I wanted to let people know. Matt Davis saying VMix for life.
Rock on.
Rock on, Tom. Now you're in the Thug Crew. Oh my gosh, it's like a gang of VMix bandits.
Gangster geeks.
Gangster geeks.
Oh my!
I got in trouble when we were at the tattoo parlor because I said tatted up, and the guy was like,
Yeah, Tess almost
We
got
don't
us
say
like
that here.
in trouble at the tattoo parlor.
I was like,
Clearly,
I'm sorry,
you
I
haven't
didn't
gotten too many
know.
tattoos in your life, Tess.
Don't say tatted up or you'll have someone cry and not a tattoo.
Yeah, the tattoo chair will come down. But I wanted to let everyone know, coming to the NAB show this year, about some cool after NAB show parties before we go over what's inside our booth and all the cool stuff we have. So before NAB, the pre-NAB show is at JB&A at the SLS Hotel, the Super Lucky Spin Hotel. It's the last... actually, the last input on this one. It's the last stop on the monorail, and it's on Saturday and Sunday. Free beer, free food. I think we have a link to it somewhere on our Facebook group on ptzoptics.com/group/ptzopticspals. But they have a whole Saturday, Sunday event where you can see PTZ Optics. We're going to be there.
put the link in
A
the
lot
chat.
of other vendors, New Tech, and it's hosted by JB&A, so that's a great event. On Tuesday night, Tom and his gang is having a meetup. I guess what is it officially called? The Streaming Idiots Meetup, Tom?
The official name is the Streaming Idiots Meetup at NAB 2018. That is not to be confused
Awesome.
with the Streaming Idiot Meetup at NAB 2017, which was, of course, last year.
So that's hosted at Scott Whitney's live streaming co-op called Podworks, and it's right near the convention center. You got to take an Uber. I'd say it's about 5 minutes away. I remember a crazy Uber driver driving me there last year. But it's a fun time. It starts around 8 o'clock?
7
o'clock?
Pacific. Yep.
7. Okay.
7 Pacific.
7 Pacific.
And we've got giveaways. We've got a PTZ Optics camera to give away. We've got a Yuan dongle. We've got a Magewell dongle. We've got an X keys. We've got virtual sets. We've got swag for everybody. It's going to be a great
I want that
party.
VMix t-shirt.
Well,
Yeah, Tess wants the VMix t-shirt.
we'll see if we can't get you hooked up with a VMix t-shirt. We'll do our best. But yeah, all the
try my
folks
best.
from, the PTZ Optics, you guys are going to be there. That wild crew from X Keys is going to be there. They are always a lot of fun. And
Yes.
VMix will have folks there, and Magewell will have folks there. Jan will have folks there. Who am I forgetting? Of course, Scott Whitney and his crowd are there. We've got some special local folks that are going to come in and help with the event. So it's going to be really just a lot of fun. Dave Edwards and Kenny Hampton and Chuck Braverman are going to be doing a live stream interviewing attendees there during the party.
Oh, fun.
So it's just
Cool.
going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But the most fun part of it is it's going to be people that you have something really important in common with that you're live streaming. And you know how we
Yep.
have these conversations all year on Facebook or maybe even over the phone, but definitely by email. And now you get to meet those folks that you've been chatting with. And press the flesh, and there's a special connection that gets made. I mean, I remember hugging Paul's neck for the first time at NAB 2 years ago, and he's taller in person. He's better looking in person than he is online. So there's something special about meeting people and having that real personal connection. We've got some folks, some streaming idiots that are coming from, I think one from Austria, a couple from England, definitely Canada, coming from all over the U.S. So it's going to be just a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
I can't wait for that. And again, if you can book a meeting with ptzoptics.com/NAB, who knows, maybe we can find time to schedule a dinner, meet up during the party or after the party, whatever you want to call the party.
Yeah, and I
also
also want you guys to head to ptzoptics.com/NAB. If you fill out that form, you'll be put on my NAB email list for updates when we're live and giveaways that we're doing and so on. So make sure you go to ptzoptics.com/NAB and fill out that form. You'll see a button there.
Yeah, you'll get all the links to all the live shows. We're interviewing Andrew Cross. We're interviewing Andrew Haley. We're interviewing Epiphan, Tim from vMix. There's just a great lineup. Live View. Every day we've got 2 interviews scheduled at 1 p.m. Pacific, and we'd love for you, if you guys can't be at NAB, I think it'll be a great way to feel part of it and still get to kind of join in with the fun, be part of the chat room. So without further ado, we've got a presentation for you guys. I want to show you guys why the PTZ Optics booth is really going to be something that you're going to want to check out. I don't think that there's any other booth, even the new tech booth, that has as many different live streaming software platforms on display at the same time. So whether
That's a bold statement.
I really don't think there is anything like it. And probably, and we'll see about this, but I think we might have more cameras than anybody else. We'll see about that. But here's a little picture at the booth. Of the booth here. And if we go to the next slide, I want to kind of walk you guys through. Here's some pictures of kind of what it looks like. That's the TriCaster side. You can kind of see some pictures from last year. But the next slide is where it gets really interesting and really crazy. So here's just this is an overview. So we're going to have the TriCaster TC1. That's going to be our main broadcasting system. And last year we were using a vMix production bot. This year we're going over to the TriCaster for the main production, and that's going to be connected to a LiveView Solo using 2 different 4G hotspots, and we're going to be streaming in 720p, most likely to YouTube and Facebook. On this side, we're going to have an OBS system and a Mimo Live system. On the front, we're going to be running the very latest version of Wirecast 9, and I'm hoping we have a beta because they've promised me a very interesting integration with PTZ Optics.
Looking forward to that.
X-Keys is going to have their new Wirecast gear controller there, and then over here we're going to have the new Scarhoy IP controller. Yeah, and it's just an amazing product. I love that. We're going to be showing a Blackmagic Studio HD over here on our PT broadcaster, and then this is our vMix area. So if we go to the next slide, you'll see how many cameras are all connected together. So 4 cameras.
We got a big fan down here.
Are connected. Well, this is actually the network. So every single camera is connected to the network, and every single camera has been upgraded for NDI-HX. So all of these cameras are essentially NDI sources over the network, and that means they're also controllable via our IP joystick and the Scarhoy joystick.
Does that answer your question from earlier, Tom, about multicast?
Are they all set up for multicast, Paul?
They should all be set up for multicast. I need to double check and make sure I have the correct NDI-HX drivers on everything, because I'm guessing the Wirecast gear that I have on loan might not have that already on there. But regardless, I still think that NDI from Wirecast to the TriCaster and Wirecast to vMix and Wirecast to Mimo would still work even without multicast. But the network is multicast enabled.
That's
then
cool.
The next slide. I mean, that's how many cameras we have. It's pretty crazy, right?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I see cameras everywhere.
There are cameras everywhere, and this will be the first year. I have to admit, Tom, you might remember this, you might not, but last year did not all work. Okay, Wirecast had just released NDI support, and it was really beta. vMix NDI always worked. The TriCaster worked, but there was like special DLL drivers that nobody knew about, and they didn't talk to each other.
Darn DLLs. Ah, golly.
And I remember the new tech guy being like, "Oh, you don't have the DLLs?" I'm like, come on, man. Like, it's supposed to be NDI. It's supposed to just work. So I was a little pissed off because this was supposed to all happen last year. This year, I really feel like it's when the common man, because like this should set up and this should all work.
Good thing we'll have Matt Davis there.
We're going to have Matt Davis.
For Matt.
And so, yeah, last year, honestly, the Wirecast system and the TriCaster system and the vMix system, they were sometimes connecting to each other. It wasn't working. It just wasn't. So this year it will. And if we go to my next slide, you'll see the network. So we're using a Ubiquiti Unify system with, that is a multicast-enabled 24-port PoE switch with IGMP snooping enabled. It has a wireless access point, meaning we'll be able to pull out our iPhones and control any of the cameras. The new iPhone app, if you update it, can control up to 8 cameras. We've got this is I believe a...
So technically the app will be on display.
This is a WAP. And then this is a cloud key. And then we've actually got 2 networks. So we've got one network for the local area network to do all the NDI stuff. And then we've got another network for internet access to the devices that want internet, because the TriCaster TC1 has 2 NIC ports, so we can give one to internet and one to the LAN.
I'll tell you, mapping all this out, pretty complicated. You guys have done a great job
now,
on that part.
as a backup, because you always love backups, and this is basically what worked last year in a nutshell. Everything is still going to be cabled via SDI to its respectable places. I'm not saying the NDI is not going to work. It definitely should. But every single camera is still going to be connected. So
Tom's liking it.
To break that down, 4 SDI cameras for the TriCaster TC1, 4 SDI cameras for the PTZ Producer Kit, 3 SDI cameras for the Wirecast gear, and then OBS and Mimo Live will be relying on NDI because I don't have any more SDI. I might grab a frame grabber or 2, but that's our backup.
It's good that the cameras can function in either of those ways, so you do have that redundancy.
Yeah. So here's a couple more pictures. So this is where Jim Davis from DVS Direct is going to be our TriCaster TC1 operator, and this is where Tess and I are going to be bringing our guests and interviewing them.
Speaking of guests, one of them right down here is going to join us for a special edition of Streaming Idiots.
Yeah, have we let people know about that yet, Tom?
Well, we sort of did. Yeah, we sort of did. Next
good.
A
Wednesday,
slow rollout.
Slow rollout.
a week from today at noon Pacific
from
time,
today.
3 o'clock Eastern time will be the Streaming Idiots regular weekly show. Oh, golly, turn the phone off. And it will be live from the PTZ Optics booth at NAB. I mean, you talk about a blending of talents, a meeting of genius minds, all of that creativity and talent and genius in one place at one time. I mean, the South Lower Hall may become the South Upper Hall. It'll just be so much energy there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're at NAB, you want to come down to go to the Central Hall. Paul will tell you the booth number in just a second. At noon Pacific time, so you can watch this show live right there. You get to see all of the screw-ups. You get to see all of the good stuff. It'll be fun. And Paul's going to be there, and Tess is going to be there, and Jim Davis is going to be there. We'll probably get Matt Richards in on it, and Matt Davis, and who else is going to be there? Is Patrick going to be there?
We should bring an extra microphone. We're going to have 4 microphones.
You need extra microphones.
We're still planning.
We might
need a wireless handheld.
Mics.
A wireless handheld.
Well, I don't know if I have a wireless handheld, but I'll figure something out with that. But Tom, one of the things I wanted to mention, and this is a great transition here, is that Tom, I don't know how you feel about this, but assuming everything is working, which I'm assuming for 2018 show, everything is going to work. We should be able to walk over
Sorry, Tom,
to
covering you up for a second.
the vMix area, for example, Tom, and switch the cameras. We've got wireless mics, and we should be able to walk on over to the Wirecast area, during the broadcast. Essentially, we should be able to walk all around this booth, and Jim should be able to follow us with, 20 plus cameras.
Cool.
We're going to have fun.
That's awesome. So is there a schedule
depends
where
on how,
people can go and
mobile you wanna
see
be.
and where see what guests you're going to have at different times? Because I know you've got folks scheduled almost every day to come in and be on the live stream. Is there a master schedule I can go
Yes,
look
at that ptzoptics.com/NAB, you can see right on that page the lineup and times of who's going to be on when.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And also, yeah, everybody that signs up for that email list, you're all going to receive an email right before we're live every time with the links to access those streams. So there's sort of your directions for now with that.
All right.
And Mike's just flipping through, just showing you different areas of the booth. You can kind of see the front there. There's going to be joysticks there. So, and this is Central Hall, Tom. This is not South Hall this time in the back. This is Central. So we could be getting mobbed during the broadcast.
You could be. And you got to keep an eye out on some of those other camera companies because they're going to want to come they're going to steal all your secrets. Yep.
You think?
Yeah, can I borrow an HDMI cable? Quickly, a funny story. I follow Sony on YouTube, Sony Professional, and yesterday they I shouldn't even say this, but the guy was live streaming, and everybody, all their 9,000 subscribers got notified, and the guy's kind of typing around like, what's going on? How does this work? It doesn't. And then it's the broadcast, just like 20 minutes of the guy just being like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I feel bad because I've been in that situation. But anyway.
But not that bad.
It was not that bad. And the title was like, 2018 NAB show announcement. And then there's just no audio and some guy troubleshooting. But anyway, on the Wirecast gear side, I don't know everything about Wirecast 9.0, but I will say that the X keys support has pretty much been announced, and there's going to be a really cool X keys from Dan Slider, and 9.1 is what I'm holding out for. I'll just mention that I might have a beta that might work with, let's say, PTZ Optics cameras. Maybe not.
It's about
Now
time.
this product. It's a couple years after vMix. I will say that is true historically speaking, and we've been working hard with them, Tom. We've been working hard. We're gonna get it done. So Skarhoy, I freaking love this product. It is so cool. Let me just grab it and show it here. This is such a freaking cool product.
I'm stoked.
This is an IP controller. Now it's not cheap. But the thing I love about it, and I'm releasing a video tomorrow on this, is that it's totally programmable. You can be controlling your PTZ Optics camera and launching your vMix titles, intros, and outros, and it reports back from the cameras exactly what every single setting is. So all the other IP joysticks, including the one that we represent, you have to go into the on-screen display menu to really start, messing around with it. But on this, it's got this LCD display that tells you exactly what the current status of, let's say, exposure, iris, or white balance is, and you can use the knob to change it. You don't need the OSD. I love this thing. So Mike is going to be using it more and more at our studio. The thing I don't like about it is that you practically have to be a programmer to use it, to get it set up. Once it's set up, it's like gold. But I was having hours of hours trying to get this thing to work. So I really, if you guys are listening, make it easier to set up. But I freaking love this thing, and it's so powerful. And once it is set up, if you've got a 6 or an 8 camera setup, to have that knob control over IP of every camera. And the latency is just it's VSCA over IP. It's like zero latency. So we're going to be showing this off. Really cool
Oh, man,
product.
they don't send. It was...
Claps for the emojis.
I always forget
a
that
lot
the
of people have
emojis
been
don't
asking
send.
for that. And now that the camera presets support focus, we're really getting into some professional level production for sure. Boom, Mike. So this is cool. Love this. It's going to be on display at our booth. The TriCaster area, everybody's got NDI, but wait till you see what the TriCaster TC1 does with NDI. It's called NDI on steroids. That's what I've been told. It's NDI magic. Don't know how to really else describe it, but I'm not a master at the TC1 either, but I am told that this thing does amazing things with NDI. So this is the streaming setup area. So the TriCaster TC1 actually has at least 2, maybe 3 SDI outputs. So we're running SDI from the TriCaster back to our displays. Remember, we've got 2 displays there, Tom. So display 1 and display 2 could be showing, preview or the live or a separate camera or a multi-view. So the TriCaster will be displaying those. We've got a giant LED screen that we haven't even told anyone about that's going to be behind the TriCaster. That will definitely be showing the output of the show. And then just here's our audio mixer and our wireless microphones. The wireless microphone's pretty simple. We've got an audio mixer, a wireless system, and 4 mics. Now, one of the things I forgot to do is we would like to, at this point, I forgot about the trivia, Tess.
I know.
Let's jump into trivia. Mike, why don't you play our trivia clip? If you go to streamgeeks.live, Tom, I think you'll like some of these trivia questions. We want to launch with you guys some live trivia. So we're going to launch some trivia with you guys. And
we're going to launch some trivia.
Test your NAB live streaming knowledge.
Some of these are repeats, so should not be too hard for you. HSI Immersive is excited to have our LED technology in the booth. We can't forget about
HSI
that.
Immersive is going to have the LED technology in the booth.
You're going to have a giant LED screen.
Go to streamgeeks.live to play, or crowdpro.live.
Are we going to be on a big LED screen?
Yes, a giant LED screen.
I've never
Mike,
been in giant
clip
LED before.
That plays.
Actually, that's not true. We've been on the 3D screen. Is it just audio? I'm having a separate conversation from these gentlemen right now.
I have this guy right here.
That's it right there.
Oh, all right. Well, it says done, so I always think it's like the end of the thing.
I got you.
Right. Here we go.
All right.
You get to be Vanna today.
I forgot what this was.
Everybody, make sure you're at streamgeeks.live now.
Streamgeeks.live to play the game. All right, so trivia will begin shortly. We're going to ask the first question of you guys in just a second.
Let me put it in
Here
the
we
chat.
go. What hall will PTZ Optics be in?
Got this a few times today brought up, so shouldn't be too bad for you guys.
This is an easy one. Where are you going to find us?
Different from where we've been before.
Now keep in mind, the winner of trivia will get a second chance at the wheel if our winner doesn't show up, so it's a pretty big deal. All right, it's Central. We were in South. What? There was time out. The time was out at that point. All right. So who do we have winning here? Oh, John.
John T.
John tied with Jason, tied with Greg. All right, guys. Jet Ski Rich.
Here we go.
All right. So question number 2: are the Z cams NDI-HX upgradable? Yes or no? This is something we've touched on before. Are they NDI-HX upgradable?
NewTek Inc.'s property. NDI-HX.
Trademark of NewTek. NewTek High Efficiency.
What did people
50-50 chance here.
Yes. The answer is yes, and that is true. It is true. And let me throw in a little extra trivia here. I don't know if anyone saw the new focus, autofocus recalibration, but that does work on the 20x Z cam. The variable lens Z cam obviously is manual focus and zoom. Christopher, John, and Thomas Hendricks we're all rolling in first place here.
Wow.
We're friendly competition, but we've got Jonathan, Tom, and Greg also all in first,
Fighting
and
for
Kyle's
first.
in first too. Everyone's got everything right so far, Tess. You got to get some harder questions. All
Hey,
right.
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
This is
There's
good.
a really good, obviously if a bunch of people are getting them right, it's good.
All right, question number 3. What is our booth number? Is it 9945, 4495, 9499, or 9495? Wow, just really confused everybody.
This one's a tough one because we didn't
It's a little
talk about
tough.
it
Yeah,
yet.
we didn't really mention the booth number.
booth number tattooed.
From the yeah, we should have got that tattooed.
Dang.
be
Michael,
great.
you got to go back.
Yeah, way to go back, Mike. Get it tattooed. Ah, okay, there we go.
People know. This means this is good that people know.
67%. That makes me feel really good.
That makes me feel really good. Great job, guys.
All right, good job, guys.
You know, Paul and Michael just remembered.
Ooh, Kyle's jumping in
memorized
first.
that yesterday.
Thomas Hendricks. All right.
Kyle just jumps into first.
Yeah, but he's still tied. He's still tied with quite a few other people there. Kyle. Oh my gosh. All right.
The
Question
defending
number 4.
champ.
We're rolling through these. It's 2:30 right now. What did Paul get tattooed on his arm? Not going to reveal this. Was it A, NDI, B, VMix, C, NAB show, or D, PTZ Optics? Not what Tom got a tattoo of, what I got a tattoo of.
It's a real tattoo.
It's a real tattoo. Not a Sharpie. NAB show. Wow, 74%.
Great job, guys.
Wow. This is a fun trivia round. I'm liking this.
2 seconds ago, you said they were too easy.
Well, there's still 4 people in first place, tied for first. Kyle, Tom,
This is
Hendricks,
interesting.
and Tom S. I forget Tom's last name.
Hendricks.
Sinclair.
Yeah, but Tom S.
Sinclair.
Oh, that's you, Tom?
Seriously?
Oh my, Tom's in first. He knows everything. I didn't know you were playing, Tom.
I think the tattooing's getting to your brain.
I'm sorry, who's that with you, Tess?
Because you have. All right, question number 5. Where does Paul have his tattoo? Is it my arm?
Oh my gosh, this
my
one's
leg,
irrelevant
my
now.
lower back,
Too easy.
or the upper back? Wow,
Lower
Tom.
back. It's definitely lower back.
The lower
Definitely
back.
lower back raised. We made these pretty. I gotta get in there and make these more technical.
Butterfly on the lower back.
And it is. Everybody got that right.
That was a gimme.
That was a
So
gimme.
who got to it fast enough?
Oh, Kyle it's still a 4-way
Tied.
tie.
4-way tie. Wow.
Wow. What are we gonna do if it's a 4-way tie? Who knows? Hopefully there's more tough questions on this test.
Well, there's my question.
Okay, yeah, your question's impossible.
Michael's
so, yeah.
question's impossible.
All right, next question, number 6. What hashtag are we using to track our NAB fun?
This one's a gimme as well.
It should be A, 2018 NAB, B, PTZ takes NAB,
It's
C,
on the screen,
NAB
so,
Geeks. Oh my gosh, it is on the screen. Or D, VIP at NAB. If you can read what's on the screen, you might get this one right.
Oh man, that's bad.
I thought it was going to be finally a hard one. Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
Surprising. I mean, sometimes it's hard to see what's right there.
VIP at NAB. When it's so close. Savage question.
Alright, so. boom.
Okay. And does that change our top scoreboard?
No.
Tom got knocked out a little bit. Okay. Number 7. There can't be too many left. What did Tess get tattooed on her that her mother or her family cannot know about? You told your husband, right?
Yes, well, obviously he saw.
Yeah. You didn't get Stevie. It was an A, NAB show, B, NDI, C, Tess's husband, Stevie, or D, Stream Geeks. Tess went big on this one. She wasn't playing around. She got like the trademark.
Go
and
big or
everything.
go home. That's what my Instagram post said.
NDI. Woo.
You promised that we could get it removed if it was like.
I will pay personally for the removal.
Yeah, okay.
If you
so
like
there
have a
was
change
some
of heart.
like backup there.
Yeah, if you have a change of heart, which I'm sure you won't. No pressure.
Yeah. Well.
All right, Kyle, Tom, and Jonathan
Wow,
all
still
still in
tied.
first place. They've got all 7 right.
All right.
Clearly, these questions aren't hard enough. There's
3 more.
just 3 more. Here we go. What time of day will we be streaming? Pacific Standard Time. Would it be 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., or noon? This is
Not
every day.
including Tom's special Streaming Idiots edition.
We may be streaming at other times, but this is the normal 1-hour broadcast that we're planning each day. Da-da-da-da. 1 p.m., 66% right. And that
Is correcto
is
mundo.
Correcto Mundo. Kyle, Tom, and Jonathan.
What do we do? There's got to be a
There's
tiebreaker.
still one more question.
I think Michael's question will be the tiebreaker because
will.
everybody's pretty much gonna have to take a guess.
Yeah.
That's a savage
There's
question.
no way for them to really know. Okay, last question, right?
Number 9.
Oh, number 9. Okay. Number 9. What hotel is the JB&A?
No, this is wrong.
Oh my God, Tess.
The correct answer is D12. Who can click it fast enough?
Oh, Tess.
That's
That
my
is
fault.
So not fair.
That is my fault. Oh
Tess
my God.
literally wanted it to be so hard.
Okay, can I
that
note
it's
the fact that you
impossible.
were both sitting with me doing it at the conference room table?
I'm sorry.
It is my fault.
Wow. So, what does that leave us with, Michael?
Should
The
we just
impossible
cancel this?
question.
We had multiple people click on different things.
Oh, I don't even want to look in the chat right now.
I'm so sorry, guys. That's not fair at all. And Tom Sinclair wins.
We got one more.
All right, we have one more question.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
What
guys.
time does Streaming Idiots go live? Is it A, 4 p.m., B,
Today?
noon
What time does
Eastern,
Streaming Idiots go live today?
C, today, 3
Gosh,
p.m.
I
Eastern,
really messed
or
up this
D,
time, guys.
2
I'm
p.m.
so
Eastern.
sorry.
Oh, that was a big mess up. We feel really bad about that. Screwball every once in a while. It's live. We can't go back.
Gosh, that's totally my fault.
Okay, a lot of people got that one. Oh, that was a savage question. It's 3 p.m. Eastern, guys. Come on, it's after this show. And who does that leave in first place? I would imagine Tom, because he knows the time of his own show. All right, Tom, you win. Congratulations.
Actually, do we have one
You're
more?
our first live.
No,
oh,
that's it.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right.
Okay. So, Tom, you're our first live winner. Congratulations.
Well, I tell you what, I cheated. Tess gave me all the answers in advance.
Don't even say that. They're already mad at me.
So I'm disqualified. It'll have to go to the next person.
No, Tom, it's fine.
So I thought that would be a little bit of fun trivia. And so what we're going to do next is we're going to roll the credits, and we're going to run over to Tom Sinclair's
Well, we have to
channel,
do
if that's
the
okay.
actual
Oh, we're going to do the
giveaway.
giveaway. We got to do the giveaway. We're going to do the giveaway real quick,
Oh my
and then we're going to go to Tom's show, right? Is that okay, Tom?
That is. Because this is a
we'll-
co-show.
We'll stay on this VMix call. It's a co-show.
So
It's a
we're kind of
co-show.
So
already
we're going to kind
Yeah.
of
there.
move
So-
over to Tom Sinclair's Eastern Shore Broadcasting show. Well, we just got to draw a winner real quick.
All right. Let's see. Tim Hansen, are you here?
Tim Hansen.
From Oregon. Tim Hansen. Guys, will you forgive me? I
Oh,
feel so
Tess.
bad.
How could you?
Paul, you're making me feel even worse.
No, it's that the question was supposed to be how many tattoos does Michael Luttermoser have?
We'll never
But
know.
I did not cheat on top of it.
I shouldn't have given it away. Do we have Tim Hansen?
Tom Hansen. I think, or was it Tim Hansen? It is Tim Hansen.
Okay, is he here?
Now, oh my gosh, I'm having a rough time today.
Sorry, Tess.
Tim Hansen.
Ever since Tess got the tattoo, it's been messing with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think is it the secret from your parents? You don't want them to know?
I think that it's just putting me under so much stress that I'm kerfluffling all over the place.
Oh, I feel bad for you.
Thank you guys for saying that I'm forgiving. All right. It looks like we are going to spin for Tom, I believe.
All right, we're spinning for
Wait,
you
wait, wait.
this
Give
week,
it
Tom.
one more
All right,
second.
one more second.
Let me just look. Yep.
All right, Tom. This one's for you, okay? Here we go. A VMix mouse pad.
Oh my goodness. I bet you he doesn't have one of those yet.
Yay! So, Tom, we'll see you over at your show. We'll talk about your new VMix mouse pad.
I got
And,
something else special for
You
you,
got
too.
something else? Oh, Tess has a special gift for you, too. So that's our show, folks. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to roll the credits, and we'll see you over at the Eastern Shore Broadcasting channel soon.
And they're gone. Oh my goodness. So at least I'm still here. But I'll get them back. So you guys hang around. Don't go anywhere. And Paul and Tess are going to join us somehow, somewhere, in just a minute. And we probably need to get them to put a URL in their chat so that people can come see. Okay. And we're still kind of getting their yeah, there we go. It's in the chat. Thank you, Tess. Not getting any video or audio from them right now, but it's coming up shortly here. And if you're watching now, the audio should be back in sync. Chris Watt says, why Chatwing kicks me out all the time? Chris, if it's any consolation, it kicks me out too. Okay. All right. Minor kerfluffle. And she even has it spelled right. Of course, is kerfluffle in the dictionary? I have no audio from you guys, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Can you hear us now?
He has no
I
audio
can't.
or video.
I can't. No, I got it. I got video and audio. Now, you guys are going to do side by side. And
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Whatever. I was gonna stand.
We want to stand. I told you Paul's making a stand all day.
I didn't make him stand all
you're going to
day.
be standing
for
all
NAB.
week next week.
Yeah, this is our training for NAB, so we're gonna stand.
Okay, so let me get this all changed
Mike's
around
coming
so
in.
you guys are in the right spots. So we're going to take this person and put her over there. And then we're going to take this person and put him over there.
What was it again?
It's in there.
Okay.
All right, wait. Pan, tilt, zoom, and pan, and tilt, and zoom,
And you wonder what they do in their off time. Yes.
and pan, and tilt, and zoom.
Okay.
Oh, it's a sad world.
All right. All right. Now, you guys, I understand that you're standing, but you have to pick a spot to stand to. And I'm going to...
Yes, because we're going on a
We
thing.
have
No,
mats,
stay-
so-
Okay,
just
all right, I'll stay
Stay
here.
where you are, and I'll move to meet you. I don't know
Quit
if you can
moving,
s-
Paul.
Yeah, that's Paul. You know.
So here's a question, Mike. On the full screen on this television, can you put Tom's return video on it?
Yeah, I'll send you guys just my return video here in just a second. That way you don't have to look at yourself, because it's really, it can be really distracting.
Oh, that's what's happening. I see.
To see yourself and be out of sync
Yes.
a little bit audio-wise.
So hit the drop screen down.
Oh, where did Paul go?
What is
Here
Tom?
I am trying
42.
to focus on Paul.
This is so classic.
42.
He's trying to
Sorry.
do the thingamajig.
All right. All right, Tess, you keep moving. You got to pick a spot and stay in it. Because, I mean, I am super zoomed on you guys.
I was moving shoulders only. It was just a little.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Okay, yeah, we can tell what Paul does in his spare
shoulders,
time.
knees and toes, knees and toes.
All right, we'll get him back there. And we'll blow him up a little bit. This is good.
I feel lost
This
without
is
the
good.
chat.
We'll bring up the chat. Can you bring up the chat?
Will you grab my cell phone, Polly? And go. Chat is live. Here we go. Let's see what's going on here.
All right, so
We've
you
been
guys.
getting so many funny comments.
Okay, this is good. This is good.
Sorry.
All right, so we've got you guys in the right places, and now we want to send you back a return feed that is not yourself, right? So we're going to send.
We've got you
back
now.
Output to. What is output to? You've got me?
This isn't working. Yeah, we have you on our big screen.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all you really want. You don't want yourselves. I don't
What?
think.
It's not working.
What?
I want
All
to go on
right.
his website.
All right. So, folks in YouTube and Facebook on your pages know to come to streamingidiots.com, right?
Yes,
We put
I
it in
posted it
yeah.
in the chat.
Look at this. This is a hoot. This is what they do at lunch.
Here, I have you now. What?
Are we not seeing the right return video or something? Why is Tom laughing so much?
I'm trying to find your chat. I'm on your mobile.
Eastern
We're
Shore Break.
not
Oh,
seeing
that-
the right
that-
return video.
The mobile is
Got it.
awful. The mobile is awful. I'm so
No,
sorry
but I
about the
can
mobile.
see it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
see Amon. I see VMix.
Yeah.
You're spilling into Paul.
I'm spilling into Paul. Oh, I am
Putting on
spilling
Tess
into
Brace
Oh,
Paul.
I
into
see-
her
I see how-
accident.
Yeah, let's
Can you
fix
send
Paul.
us the right return video, Tom, so we can see what?
Do you want to
what
see
we're doing?
yourselves?
I can-
Hi, everybody in the chat.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I'm,
We'd rather see your beautiful face.
I'd like to see what's being broadcast to the world. I think would make most sense to me.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
He wants to see himself.
All right. So let's.
That way, I know if I'm getting out of this picture or something.
Well, let me
This is the
just show
classic
you what
Paul
you look
move.
like. This is what you look like. And the complaint
Okay,
is, of course,
perfect.
that there's just a little spot right there that I'm bleeding into Paul. So let me fix that. And my audience is probably as forgiving as yours is, because they know that we're just all idiots.
Hey, Chris. Make sure you're saying hi to all of us in the chat because I can
Chris.
see it here. I'm not
Chris,
texting my
If
boyfriend
that's
or
Chris
something.
Sanuitz, you don't have a boyfriend. You're married.
He's still my boyfriend.
Ooh.
Chris Sanuitz, if you need an NAB
It's Chris
pass, or if
Watts.
anybody needs an NAB pass, let me know. I've got like 40 to give out for free. So
Can't beat that. Can't beat that. Okay, I got to sit up straight. Okay.
Tom,
All
what's
right.
VMix booth number? I want to hear that too.
South lower 4620. I have it tattooed on my
Okay,
other
I'll have to
arm.
make note of that.
Cool.
4620.
Right there. Right
Do you really?
4620.
it's a small one.
Yeah, it's a real small one. That's right. Okay. So we're gonna run the pre-show opening,
We're looking at Tom now.
and
Oh no!
I have to
Really?
that way.
No.
what did you forget?
Oh wait, no.
No,
Now
we're just looking at
We're
you.
pretending to look at you. Ready? Let's lean in for a kiss.
This is weird. This is definitely weird. If this is a foretaste of next week, I may think about staying home. I mean, gee whiz. The kiss from Tess was okay, but it's the kiss from Paul that's really going to get me in trouble with my
Don't
wife.
pull me into that. While we're live, if you could please
So it's
refrain.
okay. Paul's European.
I'm European.
That explains a lot. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, just for everybody at home, this is the shot that they're sending me, and we're slicing it and dicing it. We're moving Paul and Tess to different sides because that's just the way they want it to be. So let's run the opening.
Oh yeah, we
And,
did move switch sides. Poor Tom.
It's okay. It's okay. And we're gonna mute them. We have one button, and it mutes the guest. So it's just like they've disappeared. Tess is like, that's a good thing. All right, so let's go. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I tell you what. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Let me start again. I'm Tom Sinclair. This is Streaming Idiots. I am so glad that you are here today. It has been a wacky Wednesday, to say the least. This is the week before NAB, the National Association of Broadcasters, convention, conference, and trade show in Las Vegas, where all the streaming idiots are going to go. All the stream geeks are going to go. It is going to be the place to be. It is going to be so much fun. There's so many cool things going on next week at NAB, starting with the opening of the trade show on Monday morning. So if you are an early adopter, you want to be there early and you want to make a beeline for the South Lower Hall, booth 4620, and visit me at vMix, because that's where I'm going to be hanging out. As they say in Las Vegas, I'll be here all week. So I'll be there with vMix all week next week. I can't wait to get to hang out with Martin, my cousin, and Tim, and Kimberly, and Seth, and all the vMix team. It's going to be great. We got a great booth this year, and we're showing off all sorts of cool stuff. I just finished up building an Obsidian build. If you don't know what that is, go to vmix.com. Check out the reference systems. It's an i9-based CPU. I built it just for vMix, just for NAB, shipped it out there. They're playing with it as we speak. They're probably rearranging all the parts in it if I know them. But nevertheless, it was a lot of fun, and we built 2 for them last year. So almost all of the vMix booth will be run by PCs from Streaming Idiots, Eastern Shore Broadcasting, my home company. Now remember, every show, the whole show is an infomercial. Get it? It's an infomercial. A lot of info, we hope, but just remember, a little bit of commercial. And the commercial is, the show is sponsored by my company, Eastern Shore Broadcasting. You can find them at easternshorebroadcasting.com. Paul and Tess are really getting impatient. We're going to have to hurry up and get them on here because they're beginning to fidget in the green room. Anyway, easternshorebroadcasting.com. We've got all sorts of great stuff. We represent PTZ Optics. We represent vMix, of course. We represent Magewell. We represent Marshall. We represent X-Keys. We represent Uon. And we're looking at a couple other lines. We don't have a lot of lines because we want to be intimately acquainted with all the products in our lines, so that if you have a question, it's not like calling. Have you ever tried to call Amazon and ask them a question about a product you bought from Amazon? Good luck on that one. My customers get my cell phone number. You can't beat that. And it's virtually almost always the same price. Almost always free shipping. PTC Optics cams, yes, free shipping. You get the same price you do at B&H or Amazon. So why not buy it from a real live person? Yeah, that's right. Somebody with grandchildren. Yeah, that's it. And you get lifetime tech support. My lifetime or yours, whichever ends first. But that's the way it goes on tech support. So next week, NAB, you got to be there. If you can't be there, you get a taste of NAB on Tuesday night. It's going to be 7 o'clock Pacific time, which is going to be 10 o'clock Eastern time at streamingidiots.com. On the Watch Live page, we will be live streaming the Streaming Idiots meetup at NAB from Scott Whitney's Podworks studio, a live streaming studio right there in Las Vegas. He's got 3 really cool sets in his studio, and we may be using all 3 of them. I'm not sure. Dave Edwards and Kenny Hampton and Chuck Braverman are going to be doing some interviews. You'll get to see the prize giveaway. We're giving away a PTZ Optics camera. We're giving away X-Keys and Yon and Magewell and vMix and all sorts of cool stuff. Plus, everybody's going to go home with some special Streaming Idiot swag. It's going to be a blast. If you're there live in Las Vegas, you definitely want to be there. If you don't do anything else socially at NAB, you want to make sure you come to this party, because all the cool live streamers will be there. That's right. All those 65 and up, those cool guys will be there. That's our big demographic is 65 and up. No, I'm just teasing. Actually, our biggest demographic is 25 to 34. Isn't that amazing? It amazes me. Okay, so let's put up, Cliff is saying, Tom, please put up photos of any interesting products displayed on banners of the center on your Facebook page. We'll do that. Ken says, Tom, I've never heard you speak so fast. Well, I'm so excited. I want to get through all this kerfluffle stuff so that I can get Paul and Tess on. So without any further ado, let me see if I can figure out. I know there's a way to bring them in all at the same time. Let's see. If only I had a software that would let me take different videos and put them in the same time. Oh, wait, here it is. It's VMix. It's Paul, and it's Tess. Welcome, guys.
April Fools.
April Fools.
I could hear their lips moving. They were going. Oh, touche.
Never let you live that down.
Oh, that's right. Well, but it took the pressure off, didn't it? You know, anything else from that point was cream. So we were talking about Tess's first broadcast. I pranked her on that. I'm sorry. So welcome, guys. I'm so excited to have you guys here. It has been a really cool. This is the second part of the co-show. I was on your show earlier and actually simulcast your show on my channel with special little picture-in-picture of me making faces at what you were saying when it was in the monologue portion. So you'll have to go back and watch.
Well, that's a special view.
Yeah, that's a special view. So I am so excited to have you guys here. I'm so excited about your booth at PTZ Optics, the PTZ Optics booth in the Central Hall, 9945. Is that it?
Oh, yeah. You got it.
9945 in the Central Hall. And you guys are right in there in the middle of all the big boy camera manufacturers. And you're going to stake a post in the ground and you're going to say, this is our turf. And they're all going to come scope you out. You know that. They're going to be over there and they're going to ask 1,001 questions. They're going to pretend like, they want to buy a million cameras and they just want to see, what you guys will do. They may buy a bunch of your cameras and rebrand them like Sony across the bottom or something like that and sell them for $1,000 more. They could do that, So you guys have got a great setup planned. You're going to do a little NDI. I think there's some ink associated with NDI this year. Do we have? Yeah, look at that. Keep your elbow in.
Tess is taking it seriously.
Tess has got an NDI
went hard.
ink. I am just amazed. And Paul has got ink for NAB. Can we see that? Oh yeah. Oh, that is so great.
We're having a bit of a pre-midlife crisis.
It's still a little
a little raw.
Raw.
Yeah.
It looks infected.
It might be.
It's not infected.
It'll take a while.
Not to worry.
Once you've had it for a little while, let's see if I can show that. It's not as there we go. There's the VMix one. It's not quite.
Right.
Once you've had it for a couple months, it kind of calms down a little bit, and by next week it should be fine. It should be fine. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, that's good. That's when it really counts.
I can't wait to see Tess roll into the New Tech booth with her NDI tattoo.
I know, they better.
You're going to be like the queen of New Tech. I mean, it's literally going to be like, oh, like you walk up there, pretend like you're just, like a pretty blonde that doesn't know anything about tech. And then I'm just saying for an example. And they're going to be like, oh, we're using the NDI. Like, what do you know about that? And just be like, boom. What do
you know about NDI?
Do you have it tattooed? I just think that would be hilarious.
This is too funny. This is too funny. The reason they keep looking off the screen is because we had to reorient them, because actually in real life they look more like that. And so when they look at each other, they're really looking at each other.
I have to look here when I don't remind. I will not look at you, Paul.
We're standing like this because we're getting ready for the NAB show, standing as much as possible because we're going to be on our feet for a whole week straight.
That's right. And you'll come home and you'll be exhausted and energized at the same time. It's so amazing. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm so excited.
So what are you guys doing Tuesday night at NAB? Anything fun?
We heard there was this really hot party.
Yeah, there is this cool party. It's like a pool party at the MGM.
No, I heard that all the big names in streaming were going to be there, so we made sure to sign up for that. We're thrilled to go to the Streaming Idiots meetup.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I really do appreciate PTZ Optics is one of the major sponsors of this party this year. So we are delighted to have you guys there. I can't wait for you to see the swag that we have for you. And
I am so excited. I love some swag.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Last year we
I
had
had a question for you, Tom.
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry. Whoop, whoop.
No, dive in.
We had a couple people on our show say that they would want to go. Is that okay if they're going to be at NAB, or is this sort of like a closed thing?
It's open party. Open party,
All right.
closed
Ooh.
bar.
So if any of you hopped over to Tom's show, you are invited if you're going to be there.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you go to, where can you go? We'll have to put it out on our website too at easternshorebroadcasting.com
There's a
right now.
Facebook, yeah.
Yeah,
invite.
but unless you're a member of the group, you can't see the stuff in the group. You can join.
True.
You can join the Streaming Idiots
Yep,
Facebook
you might
group.
have to join the Streaming Idiots group if you
Because-
haven't already, because it might be friends. Anyways.
Because the cool kids hang out in the Stream Geeks group, but the almost cool kids come and hang out in the Streaming Idiots group.
We're all
Well, there's a
cool.
lot of crossover.
Just make sure you. There's probably
There
going to be
is.
a lot of pending invites in there, Tom. So just make sure you let everybody in so that they can get the invite to the party.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And if you want to write it down, it's 7 o'clock Pacific time, Tuesday night, at Podworks, Podworx studio. And you can look up the address. It's not far from the convention center. And it's going to be a blast. We've got a sponsors dinner at 6 and then the party at 7. And it's going to be a blast. And lots of brand name folks are going to be there. I mean, Paul's going to be there. Tess is going to be there. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Going to be fun. And I think there'll be folks from VMix there. There'll be folks from Magewell there, and Jan, and X Keys, of course. And I think the Bird Dog folks might be there. So it's going to be a good, kind of in the world we live in. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think there'll be some New Tech folks there, even though New Tech is not a sponsor. They're gonna come and crash the party, as it were.
Nice.
They'll be all gathered around
Cool.
Tess, want to get pictures taken with her tattoo and everything.
Yeah,
With the
this is going to be
tattoo,
funny.
yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people, Tess, that are going to be like,
Yeah.
Tess, how are you? And you're going to be like, I don't know you, but hi.
We'll see. I don't know about that.
You'll finally get to meet everybody. You haven't
Yes.
met everybody yet.
That's
so.
right. That's right. It's so much fun to meet these people, and they'll say, I talked to you on the phone, or we've been corresponding by email, and they'll say something
That's us,
that'll
Tom.
bring back whatever that memory was, and then you just go.
Ah.
And it's so much fun to meet these people that you kind of already know. But now you get to do it. So do you have to pass an idiot's test to get into the party, says Ken. No, you don't. just showing up at the right place is good enough. But we do have some folks. We've asked some Vegas showgirls to come welcome folks at the front door. So that'll be fun.
Wow.
And we've hired
Yeah.
another one to come around as a photographer during the event. So if you want a picture of you and
Fun.
Tess's NDI tattoo, just let her know, and they'll get it, and we'll send it to you later. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we've got a good contingent of overseas folks coming too. Some folks from England, of course, Australia and Austria, I think also. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Wonderful.
But I tell you what, let's change gears for just a second. The famous NDI upgrade to PTZ Optics, that big 50% sale has ended. And so now if you want to buy a PTZ Optics cam, you can get the NDI pre-installed. Or if you have a Gen 2 cam, you can still buy the NDI upgrade. It's just not 50% off. It's $600 instead of $300. But I will tell you, during that time, I sold almost 100 NDI licenses with you guys. And it was
Wow.
really just a ton of fun to deal with so many folks
Wonderful.
and help them upgrade. Of course, it meant camera sales as well. But there were folks that had a whole passel of Gen 2 cams, and they were delighted to be able to upgrade those. But it's not too late. I mean, you can continue to upgrade your Gen 2 cams, and that includes the Z cams too, doesn't it? Z cams can be upgraded to NDI. I've got a Z cam coming here for the studio. I think it's the VL, the variable lens, that I want to test out as a studio cam. And I can't wait to get that and load NDI on it. In fact, the cam that I'm using right now is a Gen 2 12X that Matt Davis and I played with early on and upgraded to NDI, and it's flawless.
Nice.
It's flawless. I'm really
Wonderful.
excited about it. Yeah. So
it is still really, really new, as you know, Tom. I mean, it just came out 3 or 4 weeks ago. So we are hearing tons of great reports of people saying how if the IP streaming finally works for them. They never knew that they could have remote control with the NDI Studio. I mean, we're hearing a lot of reports, but I can't wait till we hear some of the critiques from the more higher end broadcasters because we're going to be getting a lot of reviews who are comparing.
They've already
camera
started
with the new tech camera, with the Panasonic camera, and I think after NAB we're going to start seeing a lot of reviews, and we're going to probably get some criticism, which I'm excited to hear, the constructive, hopefully, criticism for us to improve the cameras. But it's really new. I mean, everybody just got them, so we're just starting to hear successes and everything.
Well, I'll tell you the one thing that I hear, and it's that double-edged sword of the folks that had difficulty making the firmware update or had difficulty installing the license. Your tech support team was outstanding. I had so many folks that wrote to me and said we had a problem, but PTZ Optics tech support team was there. They knew the answers to our question. They weren't reading something off of a script and making us go through 57 unnecessary troubleshooting techniques in order to be able to say, oh, well, just do this. They knew their stuff. So hats off to your tech guys and gals. They really did do the job and do it well. And it's nice as a PTZ Optics reseller, it's so nice to know that you guys have my back like that. And if I have a problem that I've got folks to call on, or I can get clients to call. I mean, I got an email from somebody this morning that said I was talking to tech support and they fixed the problem. What more can you ask for? That's outstanding.
Yeah,
Thumbs
seriously,
up.
we only have
Big
a
thumbs
few
up.
of them. Yeah, there's only a few of them, and they know their stuff. They know way more than I do about this stuff. And it's great because we do see, people with issues. It's kind of a tough process. So we expected that, but they've been amazing. And it's so fun to then see people that are posting on our Facebook user group and whatnot saying that they had a great experience with them. So we've been giving them a lot of love. Super thankful.
Yep. And you ought to. That's great. So is there anything special that you guys are going to be introducing at NAB? Anything that we have NDA that'll be expiring by that week?
There's actually there is a laundry list of things that are going to be announced tomorrow, but I'm okay with letting them go here, Tom. One is we're going to announcing a 30x camera. So for the sports market, for larger churches, your same favorite camera,
I had
all
no
the
idea
same
who was gonna do
outputs,
this.
NDI enabled optionally, and the thing I love about it is I believe the pricing is $17.99 for the normal camera, and maybe just $21.99 enabled with NDI. And also, one of the things that I don't know if you know about this yet, Tom, but tomorrow's webinar is going to be all about this. We decided to change the pricing structure because we really wanted to get the NDI cameras under $2,000. So we were able to, with Q2 with the pricing, the 12x NDI camera is now $19.99. So there's some pricing adjustments. We're going to be releasing the NDI pricing for the Z cams, and the very first Z cam is going to be at $9.99. So a lot of pricing updates are going to be, figuring out. We want to make sure that it's very affordable for people to get. We had to work with New Tech, and we were like, guys, we want this to hit a certain price point. We're working with them in partnership with some of the engineering, and we really had to come back to them, even though initially the prices were set higher. We were able to talk to New Tech and say, I think we can do a lot more with especially the streaming idiots and people who are in that group of budget, putting things together, do-it-yourselfers. And we said, if we can just get it under $2,000 for the PTZs and under $1,000 for the Z cams, we think we can make a much bigger splash. And New Tech just wants people to get these cameras and get these products so that their entire IP workflow is more productive. And so we were able to do that, and that was a big, I think, win for everybody.
I got it. Get the hook. Yep. I love it. That's outstanding. So when is this 30X going to be available?
So it's not shipping just yet. It's going to be shipping.
This is like the first word
I'm guessing
ever.
within 30, maybe 60 days, but it could be sooner. The NDI cameras are shipping. They may already be sold out, but I know we got a giant batch of them. They may have all sold already. What happened?
I'm dying. I
You're
have to
dying
open
of
the
heat?
door.
Oh, okay. She's going to open the door. But we are, the NDI cameras, I know, there's been so much demand that they might have sold out. Tomorrow, during the partner webinar, I'm going to try to get a stocking update for everybody because I know that there was just so much demand on the NDI cameras. I think we might have sold out of the first shipment, but I will check on that.
All right.
But there's people with them. They're out there, and we shipped hundreds and hundreds of them.
I know.
I just can't remember if we have them in stock still.
I know. I have.
Wonderful.
I had one customer that ordered the very first one from me, like back in October, an NDI, and he said, I want to wait. I want to wait for the NDI enabled camera. And then in November, he ordered another one. In December, he ordered another one. In January, he ordered another one. So you guys ended up sending 4 cameras to him on my behalf. All of them NDI enabled. So it was fun. It's been a good run. And so it's good to have a 30X to look forward to because that's going to hit a certain market. Absolutely. And
I'm dying. I literally thought I was going to pass
Tess is
out.
done standing.
carefully
Tess is done
whispers so
standing.
nobody else can hear. He says careful's real softly.
Yeah. I knocked over a Philips Hue. At least it wasn't a camera.
I'd love to watch your show. I love to watch your show because you guys are just, y'all are number one. You're really, really exciting to watch. You're full of life and full of joy
Thank you.
and full of energy. And when you make a mistake or when something doesn't go right, it's just like, okay, we'll keep going. And that
You're good at that as well, Tom.
That's a great attitude. That is a great attitude. I mean, when your audio's and all of a sudden you getting stutters in your audio, that's a different
Like that.
story. But yeah, that's right. But that's a lot of folks can learn a lot about live streaming from watching the Stream Geeks and the PTZ op. Now sometimes I get confused in my old age about what shows come on when. So can you run through your weekly lineup of shows, when they are and how I can watch them?
It is pretty. It's pretty aggressive. Why don't you Tess?
Well, Monday is dedicated to Stream Geeks. So
Monday
is
Stream
2 p.m.
Geeks. Okay.
Eastern for Stream Geeks. Yep. Wednesday is 2 p.m. Eastern for Back to Basics. And Friday is the big production, PTZ Optics Live at 2 p.m. Eastern. So
No show this week though. No
yes,
Friday show.
no Friday show this week because packing,
You travel.
gone, all that good stuff. But at 2 p.m. Eastern is kind of the time. So if it's around that time, you might want to check what day of the week it is and figure we'll be live.
Okay, so I can go to the PTZ Optics Facebook page for the Friday show. I can go to the Stream Geeks
Or YouTube for any of
group
them.
page for the Monday show, or I can go to YouTube
Mm-hmm.
PTZ Optics for any of them.
Or Stream Geeks is Stream Geeks only. So YouTube, Stream Geeks YouTube page or Stream Geeks Facebook page on Monday. And then PTZ Optics is Back to Basics. And PTZ Optics is the Friday show.
Got it. Okay, easy,
Because it can
easy,
get a little crazy.
easy. And I understand you want to keep your independent branding for the different shows, so you can sell them off to Netflix for millions. I get that. I'm all over that. I'm all over that. All right, so a different subject, kind of back to NAB a little bit. There is going to be a debate on Saturday, this coming Saturday, at
didn't talk about that in
NAB.
the last show.
You didn't talk about that in the
You
last
should have
show.
mentioned that.
It is sponsored by Broadcast Beat and by NAB, and it's going to be hosted by Jeff Adams. Jeff was on my show last week, and we talked a little bit about that. And Jeff has issued the challenge for us to come on and debate. He's issued it to me, to John Mahoney of NeuralNet, to Scott Whitney of Podwork Studio, and to, who was the fourth guy? Some geeky. Oh, that's right, Paul. It was you. Yes, it was you.
So geeky.
And so the four of us are going to debate at noon on Saturday on the Broadcast Beat show. And the beat as in beat down, because I am going to beat down the three of you younger bucks with my superior intellect. But no, it's going to be a great
Wisdom.
round robin discussion about live streaming, and it's kind of a warm up to the NAB week. We're kind of tier 3 guests, I guess, and they're getting warmed up with us.
On the weekend.
At noon on Saturday Pacific time. That's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern. At this point, there isn't a URL to publish. At least I haven't been able to get one out of Jeff, except to say that it'll probably be something you can link from the NAB show website and or the Broadcast Beat website. But suffice to say that it'll be on our Facebook group and in our on our website by the time we figure out exactly when it is. Ken Benedict says in chat, says Tom and his superior humility. Yeah, there you go. And actually, Tess, I think Jeff missed out by not inviting you on the show. I think that you're
That's
one of those
all right.
people that this is going to be your breakout season right here. And then next year you're going to get the big bucks
Thank
from
you.
New Tech because you've already got the tattoo. I mean, that's just the way it's going to work out.
They better.
But no, Saturday at noon.
Well, Tess, you
we're gonna
are going to
talk.
be on the show, right? Tess was actually invited to be on the Broadcast Beat at a separate time, a more
Really?
prime time, actually.
Oh,
space.
wow. Oh,
During the
Tess.
actual show, yeah.
Tess, you're going to do it?
I'm gonna be on Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time with Jeff on Broadcast Beat talking about Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I just...
That's a pretty big deal. That's
She's
a
a
big
tier
topic.
1. She's a tier 1. You went from you just blew right past Paul and I to
Yeah.
tier 1.
Nobody
with a
watches
major
on the
topic.
weekends.
That's
not
right.
true.
That's
That's
right.
not true,
Like
guys.
prime time.
So this is 11 o'clock Tuesday. That's 11 o'clock
I'm very
Pacific
excited.
time. That's going to be 2 o'clock Eastern time, which is your normal time anyway. And what you need to do is have somebody back in your studios there in Westchester pick that up and restream it on your channel.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
We'll have to be collaborating that somehow. We will
Yes.
have an intern here, so maybe.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, we
But
could maybe
Paul
do
won't
that.
be doing anything. Paul could do it.
No, he'll be working the booth or hopefully cheering me on.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good.
He says
And
he's
that's-
not going to come though, so.
And if you're coming live,
Michael's
it's going to
gonna
be
go
just
see you.
outside of the Central Hall is where the Broadcast Beat pavilion is. So come on out there.
It's really
at
cool.
11
It's like
o'clock
there's a
Tuesday.
huge stage.
Tom, hopefully
and
I don't
everything.
mess it up.
Well, I think you ought to tease Jeff with the
They
audio
must not
thing.
have seen my first show.
The audio thing is just...
No.
you know,
Oh, yeah, right.
and he'll fall for that. It'll be so fun. It'll be so fun. Yep. Okay, so wow, so
doubt
I
I
am
get
go-
an invite the next year.
I am surrounded by stars. This is going to be great. So you guys can, if you're at NAB, you can watch Tess live on Tuesday. You can meet her in person any day of the week at the PTZ Optics booth. You can watch Paul and I get pummeled
like flattering me.
on Saturday. And then you can meet us all and hang out with us socially Tuesday night at the Streaming Idiots meetup. It's going to be a great week. You know, I did a show a while back, and this I think this is going to be the theme I use in the Broadcast Beat presentation. I did a show a while back where I colored my background gold, and I said that we're in the golden age of live streaming, and I really think we are. You know, the golden age of automobiles was back even before my time. But at one point, there were like 67 manufacturers of automobiles in the United States. And it was the golden age of automobiles where everything that was everything was cutting edge. There were new cars coming out. You know, somebody would quit their job at Chrysler and go open up, on their own with another company. They'd buy engines here and they'd put them into different chassis there. And it's so similar to what we're seeing with the streaming world today. We're in the golden age. We're in the age where you can't bring out a new product without somebody having a similar product in the pipeline that's got 3 more features, and 3 weeks after yours comes out, theirs comes out. And then 6 months later, you're bringing out a product that you had before, like a 12x PTX camera, and suddenly you're rebranding it now as an NDI camera. Or you're taking that same camera and you're putting a different lens in it and producing a 30x camera. And it's a time of growth and excitement and innovation, and it's I couldn't be more excited I couldn't be more excited. And you guys one day are going to tell your grandchildren about being part of this whole revolutionary
I remember
movement.
the days.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll say, "Oh, hush."
We could pull up our YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's right.
It'll certainly be one of the interesting things is that it will certainly be well documented.
Yes.
Unless YouTube servers get deleted, there will be hours of video for them to consume if they so choose.
That's right. That's right. And when your kids go off to college, they're going to be pulling people into their dorm room, and they're going to say, "Look what my mom and my dad were doing," and you will look just like you look today. I mean, there'll be no degradation. It won't be like the old films from 50 years ago where
right?
the video's degraded. It will be absolutely crystal clear. Yeah. These are exciting times. Exciting times. We got to have a little bit of perspective on them to understand that we are in the middle of one of the most major changes in how communication happens in history. We really are. Where somebody can sit in a spare bedroom with a PTZ Optics cam and a PC with vMix on it, and they can reach out to the entire world, to hundreds and thousands or millions of people with their message. It is mind-boggling. Never before in history has this possibility been there. Yeah, and we get to shape what
Tess
that
and I
looks
are
like.
big fans of. There's this show called HQ Trivia. I don't know if you've heard of it, but there was two guys in a startup company from New York City that broadcast in a room with a green screen to smartphone apps, which does live trivia, and there's a live giveaway. And they get almost 2 million viewers simultaneously every day.
It's crazy.
And now they're getting $250,000 marketing sponsorships with Nike and
Steven
Disney
Spielberg.
and Steven Spielberg. And it's like all the craze. And you look at, me and Tess are thinking about it. We're like, it's just one guy in front of a green screen with a microphone. And
Just like this in
a
like
chroma
9 by
key.
16.
Now, I have to say there's some custom programming going on with what they're doing. And we did a show about it on Stream Geeks. It's very interesting what they're doing. I mean, they're ahead of the curve by a long shot. But the impact, if you have a good idea and a hook for your audience, and they had a viral way of making people share it with their friends, and they just went viral beyond belief. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel, Conan O'Brien, all the
was
big
on,
broadcasters, they got like 50,000 viewers on a night.
Kelly
These guys are
Regis
getting
or Kelly
2
and
million.
Ryan.
I mean, all the broadcasters combined, they're getting on the smartphone app. It's crazy.
Yep.
They got the right idea.
Yep. Chris
It's like
Watts.
the Super Bowl every night. I mean, it's that big.
Chris Watts says in chat, Grandma Tess, can you tell me how Tom Sinclair changed the world back in those days?
I'd be happy to.
So in 5 years, you guys will look back on this and you'll say, golly, we didn't know anything. We didn't have a clue that we were onto something really, really big.
We were in the middle of it.
That's right. And some little silly idea that you have, you know, and you're going to say, why don't we start a show on Mondays and we'll call it Stream Something, and we'll talk about streaming, and then all of a sudden, kapow, it just explodes. And you guys are rock stars. Yep. If people even know what rock stars are these days, because, you know, you don't have records anymore. All right. Y'all have been
Tom,
great
how about
to come
vMix?
on.
Is there any super secret? Whoops. I'm trying to dig up dirt here about vMix and any super secret stuff coming out.
Yes. That's all I can say.
Whew,
I understand.
that's got me excited
There's only a couple
already.
days left. We'll find out soon enough. Apparently, there's a big NDI announcement too. So there's a lot of people on ice right now, waiting for the big announcements.
So looking forward to it.
That's I can't talk about that either. Yep.
You know some.
You know.
And Tom, how weird is it that we can say right now, see you in a few days?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Paul, what are you doing for dinner Saturday? Have you got dinner plans? I'll take you to dinner.
Wow.
Let's do it.
There you
Let's
go.
do it. That'd be fun.
Let's go. And anybody else that wants to come on. PTZ Optics is picking up the check.
Don't get in too much trouble, boys.
No, I have to be in bed by 10, so it's.
You probably should with all the cameras Tom's been selling.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about that for sure, Tom. I'd love to go out with you. Thank you for having us today.
Yes, it has been my pleasure to have you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. And we're going to have a blast. We're going to take the world by storm, and and let me leave you with this: things are going to go wrong at some point during the week, probably more than once. Something's going to get screwed up. Something's going to break.
I'll cry.
You're going to say something stupid to somebody, and that's just tough. That's just life. You got to move on. You got to roll with it. You got to get right back up. And here's the other thing. It's like the mafia used to say. It's not personal. It's business. It's just business. Don't take it personally. Move right on. If you screw up, it does. It's what do they say about? It's about pitchers in Major League Baseball and defensive backs in the NFL. They've got to have a really, really short memory for bad things that happen, because the next play is coming up.
Yeah.
The next pitch is coming up.
Yep.
Forget about that one that just went over the fence. Forget about that touchdown that just got scored on you. You got to get back in the game and play the next play. So play the next play no matter what happens. That's my encouraging word for you guys
Sounds like good
today.
advice, Tom.
Yep.
Thanks for having us, Tom. I look
All right,
forward to
guys.
seeing you soon.
Toodles, and we will pick up where we left off in about 6 months and have you back on the show. How about that?
Sounds
There
good.
There we go. So we're going to mute them, and we are going to get rid of them, and probably lose about 90% of our audience at this point. But thanks so much to Paul and Tess for coming on, and we will see all of you guys live on Saturday at the Broadcast Beat event at noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock on the East Coast. And then Tuesday, Tess has got the Broadcast Beat show, and so you want to keep an eye out for that. Monday through Thursday, there are going to be a bunch of guests live streaming from the PTZ Optics booth, so you want to keep your eye out for that. Tuesday night is going to be the Streaming Idiots meetup, which will be a lot of fun and will be live streamed at streamingidiots.com. Click the Watch Live button. And then Wednesday at noon Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern, will be the Streaming Idiots group Streaming Idiots show coming to you live from the PTZ Optics booth at NAB. And then Thursday, what's going to be Thursday? Thursday, we're just going to go, yeah, that's going to be great. I'm also going to try throughout the week, and for those of you that are in our Streaming Idiots Facebook group, well, actually, for those of you that aren't, you need to join Streaming Idiots Facebook group. But for those of you that are, I'm going to try to post either some recorded video or do some live streaming just ad hoc off the phone, kind of updating you on what we found out, what might be new going on with NDI, or new going on with PTZ Optics, or new going on with vMix, wherever. And you can kind of keep up with that. We won't have a schedule for those. They'll just appear. And so we hope that you will pop in and comment on those and share those when and if appropriate. What else can I say today? Last bit of Mercial. I would love it, just dearly love it, if you would take a moment and go on Facebook to our Eastern Shore Broadcasting page and like that page, because there are a lot of things that we do there that we don't do in the Streaming Idiots group, and vice versa, so that they kind of are unique. Streaming Idiots being the show, and Eastern Shore Broadcasting being the company behind the show, and the company that we build the computers with and sell all the great products like PTZ Optics stuff. So I'll breathe. That was so fun. Yeah, Chris Watts is like, guys, Tess is gone, so we can leave now. John Thompson, what happened to the young, cool folks? John Thompson, let me just put it this way. You get what you deserve. Oh, Dan says, we're still here. Yeah, Dan can make that pass if he's typing it. But meet him and I in person, and you know the difference. All right. Been great to have you guys this week. Look for us on Saturday. That'll be the next time yeah, I don't know. We may pop in some stuff tomorrow and Friday. We'll just have to see. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I wish, if you're not going, I wish you could be with us. And I'm going to try my best to give you as many different glimpses into what's going on with NAB, at least from my perspective. And we'll have some fun with it. So stay real. Thanks for watching. If I can help you in any way, just shoot me a note. You can go to easternshorebroadcasting.com and go to the contact page there and fire me off a note. If you want my personal support with your vMix or your PTZ optics or something like that, buy it from me. That's the easy way to do it. We just, and again, if you're thinking about a PC for streaming, that's really my forte. That's what I love to do. And again, just was talking with 3 people this morning about their future needs, and of course so proud to be able to send one off to vMix for NAB. So I'm talked out. Thanks for watching. We will see you next Wednesday, if not before, on Streaming Idiots. Take care. And I've just been informed that the World Curling Men's Championships is underway in Las Vegas right now, and the finals are on Sunday, April 8th, in the Orleans Hotel at the Sports Arena. So if you're out there, have a look. That sounds like fun. And we're out. Yay! We go to the post show here. All right. Boy, I'm just about toasted here, but I sure do appreciate all you guys hanging out. And let's see who we've got that's still hanging with us. Guest 142. Now, you remember the guest, when you have a guest number, that number really means something to me. Like there was somebody on there that had guessed, what were they, 442? Isn't that kind of like a video number some kind? So 142, I'm taking that means something. vMix is still hanging around. They're probably asleep because it's like, 3 o'clock in the morning in Australia right now. But they're not in Australia. They're out in Las Vegas where it's, what time is it out there? It's probably 12:30, just afternoon. Daniel Wright is here. Anderson is here from Barbados. Scott's here. Steve's here. Jerry's here. Andres is here. Rich is here. Rich is doing all sorts of cool things. It's jet ski season again, and he's doing some really cool stuff with jet ski racing on the internet, of course. But he's using some stuff that we provided to him, the Bolt 4 and the vMix and things like that. But he's also using drones, and I think drones are a great way to follow the action with jet skis. And of course, it's out over the water, so there's no problem with legal things. So that's really great. vMix says they're still barely hanging on. Well, keep hanging in there. Dave's here. Giles is here. Giles and I just talked the other day about Streamfest Live that's coming up in August 8th, I think, but I could be wrong, Giles, if you would post that, and correct me. And that is going to be a 12-hour live stream, might be longer than that will actually start at one point in the world and kind of migrate around the world as the day goes on. I can't wait to be a part of it. Eastern Shore Broadcasting and Streaming Idiots will be sponsoring the event. So if you would like to have your name associated with the Streamfest Live event coming up in August, now is the time to get in on the sponsor wagon. If I worked for a company like X Keys, I would probably want to be associated with this, because the Streamfest is put on with by the folks at World of Live Streaming, and they have done so much work with the X Keys. So definitely. If you might have something to do with X Key sponsorships, I hope you will sponsor that. And if there's anybody from vMix watching, we hope you might be able to sponsor this event too. That would really be cool. And of course, if there's anybody from PTZ Optics watching, or Magewell, or Yuan, or Marshall, we would like you to sponsor this Streamfest event too, because it will be worth it. And these are a lot of cutting edge cool stuff that's going on. PI Engineering says, we're on it. We got it. All right, there you go. And Giles says that it's on August 4th. I apologize. August 4th is Streamfest Live. And you will definitely want to pop in. Actually, you'll want to look at the schedule. They've got a website. It's not up yet, but they're going to be putting together a website that'll have the whole schedule for the fest. So there will probably be some people and some subjects on then that that I'm looking at Tim's post in the chat. We'll get to that one in just a minute. But the Streamfest Live will be putting up a website that will have the complete schedule, and there'll probably be some folks that will be doing some live streaming things that you will want to see. And then, of course, it'll be available later on demand. So that's it. Tim said he just blew their money. This is Tim from VMix. They just blew their money on stickers and mouse pads. What's a sticker? Is that what they call a tattoo in Australia? Is that called a sticker? Interesting. I learned something new every day. Don't tell Martin. Yeah, that's right. Post it in a chat room where hundreds of thousands of people are going to see it and say, "Don't tell Martin." All right, Martin Stuckey has posted a YouTube link to the curling live streams at the World Curling TV YouTube channel, which is going on right now. Otis Granville says, "I need a mouse pad." Well, Otis, today is your day. If you will send a email to iwantamousepad@vmix.com, miraculously in 4 to 6 weeks, or maybe months, we're never sure. I want a mouse pad at vmix.com. You might get a mouse pad. And here's the deal. I think, and this is just a word to the folks that answer the email at iwantamousepad@vmix.com. I think people need to give you a use case. I think they need to tell you what they're doing with VMix that is so cool, and that you need to kind of collect all those and put them someplace where other people can read them. Anywhere. Okay, let's see. Tim always has the best mouse pads. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. This is a past version, and actually we have I think a new version coming out. All right, let's see. John Thompson says, Martin Stuckey, I'll be watching the Scotland matches. There you go. They're talking about the curling. Dan says it's a really excellent mouse pad. He's using one right now. Otis says he's going to pick his up at NAB. Well, there you go. Amnon says he uses his with what? No. He uses his with VMix, I think is what he meant to say. His finger hit the B key, and it meant to hit the mix key for VMix, not VB. That guy's a character. Yeah, what a character. Yeah. You laugh out loud all you want. I don't think so. It's not going to wash from me. I was going through the list of who was here. Sorry about that. So I got down to Amnon. So Amnon's up in North Carolina, and Chris and David and Otis, who we'll see next week, Kenny, who we'll see next week, Dave and Chris, who we might see next week, and Cliff, who we won't see Cliff this time. Cliff just finished up the VMix 101 class. John Thompson, Christopher Cool, Brandon Adams, Martin Stuckey, Ken Benedict. Yeah. And VMix says they also work well as yoga mats. Well, you might have to have one or two of them. Otis has got the darn autocorrect. I get that. Daniel just sent an email to iwantamousepad@vmix.com. There you go. Need one for our church streaming computer. There you go. Cliff says, great class. 2 thumbs up, Tom. Obviously, it was not a spelling class. VMix says, we have 500. Holy cow. 500 mouse pads. 500 mouse pads. That will be almost enough for all the people that are coming to the Streaming Idiots meetup Tuesday night at NAB at 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern time, that you can watch the interviews from that at streamingidiots.com. thank you to Kenny and Dave and Chuck for pulling that off for me. Guest 142 says, notice the sound is slightly different on the Facebook feed compared to the feed at Eastern Shore website. The Eastern Shore broadcasting website is the YouTube feed. So what you're seeing is the difference between Facebook and YouTube. And I suspect that the Facebook feed is probably pretty compressed by the time they get through manipulating it. And I think there's about a 30-second delay. I don't know, what is the delay, the latency today in Facebook versus YouTube? Generally, Facebook has got, well, sometimes Facebook was pretty quick, but sometimes, I need to check, because I was sending Facebook as an experiment a 1080p feed a while back. And I wondered, did I ever remember to change that? I can't see without stopping the feed. Is there a status button there that will tell me? No, that doesn't help either. So it looks like I can't see right now. I'll know for next week. So, let's see. VMix says the mouse pads may take a while to arrive. The usual person on the other end of the email may or may not be in the country. And the person that's sending them to the U.S. may or may not be in their area of the woods either. Chris, how do you pronounce that last word? Chris Z says, is PTZ Optics or Streaming Geeks having a meetup? PTZ Optics and Stream Geeks are the same people behind the scenes. And to my knowledge, they're not having a meetup this year. But I'm going to press them because I think it would be a lot of fun for them to have one. And Martin is talking to John. Otis says, RSVP my mouse pad. Oh, Tuesday is my birthday. Well, doggone. Happy birthday. Tim says, I sent you a text with a new mouse pad design for Your Eyes Only. Was that the one about live streaming that you said that you liked? I thought that was nice. Get it? Live streaming? They're like, what? What is he talking about? And it's funny. It's one of those riddles. When you know the answer to the riddle, it's so obvious. But when you don't, it's like, what? You're talking about like a grandma in a rocking chair? I don't get it. Okay. Amnon says, ulivenow.tv has 2 to 3 seconds delay. You guys should try it. I think we're getting pretty good low latency with YouTube, but I'll keep that in mind. Mark in the UK is still watching. Thank you, Mark. Glad to have you. All right, Chris says it's like Zience, like Zience. Zience? That would be like science, but with a Z? Or silence with a Z? Zience? John says, even the mousepad design is under NDA. Absolutely. All the good stuff. You gotta be present to win. You gotta be there. Scott says, I need an old mousepad. I need a new mousepad. My old VMix 1 looks old. I think you need to start a collection, Scott. I've tried to collect one of each kind. Anderson's back. Oh, thank goodness. Tim says, no, it's new. Oh, so this is something I can look at right now? And you send it to me in a text. That means I might have it right here, right now. Messages. Tim. It keeps turning sideways. Huh. I like it. Can I show everybody? No, just teasing. Can't do that, because then you could go back later and pause it and see it. All right. Science with a Z. Science. Got it. Chris, look forward to meeting you sometimes. Scott says, yeah, hang them on the wall like art. No, hang them on the wall. I mean, what are they made of? They're made of rubber. They're great for absorbing noise, so you can hang them on the wall in your studio. In fact, Tim's got 500 of them. I'll steal 200 of them for my new studio. Amnon said, you missed it, Tom. John was talking about a mouth pad. Oh, yeah. An overhead cam. No, I've got one. Dave sent me one. I have yet to put it in. But I just signed the lease on my new studio yesterday. And so we'll be building it out, and we will have the overhead cam in the new studio. Anybody else just came in? Hassan has come in. Welcome. Steve Brown is here. Hi, Steve. Glad to have you. Scott is here, of course. He announced himself. Edward Ford is here. Edward, I am going to be meeting up with Eamon Drew, who is one of the founders of Bird Dog TV. And Edward was the one that loaned me his Bird Dog TV studio device for several weeks to play with here. I still appreciate that. And if you need to call in a favor, I'm here. Let's see. Who else has popped in? Kenny's here. Kenny's going to be doing part of the live stream at the Streaming Idiots meetup. Brandon Adams is here. Yeah, okay. John Thompson says it's not called an old overhead cam, it's called a bald patch cam. Well, I am good, at least for the moment. Scott says, that's right, I'm getting ready to buy a new building with 3 studios and one is a kitchen. Oh, how cool. Oh, man. And you can open up that kitchen to every local restaurant that wants to come in and live stream something about their food. Oh, how great. Yeah, you can do Cooking with Scott. But if it's anything like your directions, I still remember that night. Anyway, and that's why it's fun to go off to events and meet people in person, because then you've got stories to share. You've got tales to tell of the things that didn't work well or worked beautifully or were different. And Scott was at StreamCon with us last year, and Tim was there, and who else was with us when we went out? Was Dave there when we went out to the Mexican restaurant for dinner? Trying to remember who else was with us. I don't remember. It was Tim and Dave and me and Scott. It seems like there was one more person. Was it Kenny? Anyway, so Scott, I'm driving and Scott's navigating, and he gets us there fine. But apparently there are 2 hotels with the same name, and they weren't close to each other. And when he tried to send us back, when he tried to navigate us back to the hotel, we of course went to the wrong hotel. And when it came time to close out the StreamCon conference, I think it was Sunday morning, I was giving one of the goodbye messages, and I had made up a little award, the StreamCon Navigation Award, which I sent to Scott. I think I did send you that later by mail, didn't I, Scott? If not, I'll check, and maybe I still have that around. Actually, I sent it to the wrong address. Oh, sometimes I just tickle myself. Oh, my goodness gracious. Tim says his Australian Google Maps was more accurate. Oh, goodness. That was so fun. Oh, yeah, the after show will be putting out the fire. Oh, my goodness. That's just too funny. So if you want to enjoy more humor like that, come on over to the Streaming Idiots meetup Tuesday night next week at NAB. That's right, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. You can watch the live stream of it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We'll have the old gang back together again. That's right, the old gang will there. And no drinking was involved. That's true. No drinking was involved. And we were the only gringos in the joint. That's how we knew we had a good place. Yup. So, guys, I got to go back to work. I got some Streaming Idiot swag I've got to put together and figure out how to pack to get to Las Vegas. I've got a Magewell dongle, a Yuan dongle. I have, is Dan still here with PI Engineering? Let's look on the list. Yeah, Dan, if you're still here, are you bringing an X keys, or do you want me to bring an X keys for the giveaway? I mean, I can take it out of my stock, but you'll have to pay me for it. I also have to What other swag have we got? We got some mouse pads, of course. And then some of the other sponsors are going to be bringing their stuff directly to the meetup. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Ton of fun. And everybody will walk away with a prize. All right, Scott's got to go to work. He'll see us in Vegas. Tim, Tom, Dan, Paul, Tess, and everyone else. That's right. PTZ Cam. Yes, there will be a PTZ Cam to be given away at this event. You have to be present to win. That's the thing. You have to be present to win. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Cliff. It was great having you. By popular demand, somebody said they in a different chat they wanted to see a close-up of my tattoo. So that's my tattoo. Yep, it's live. It's healed up pretty well too. So that's the news there. Guess 142. Any food at the meetup? Yes, there will be hors d'oeuvres and beer and wine and water and root beer for a special person. Great show. Thank you, Dave. Gotta go, says Dan. See y'all at the big show. Did Dan answer my message about is he bringing an X keys? No, he didn't answer my message about whether he was bringing an X keys. So we'll just assume that he's bringing it since he didn't respond. Thank you, Giles. It was a fun show, indeed. Lemonade. Yes, we should have lemonade there. I'll bring some lemonade. Bye, Chris. Glad to have you. Hassan, glad to have you. Thanks for showing up. Late, but that's better than not at all. Better than not at all, indeed. All right, guys. Toodles. We'll catch you next time. And thank you, Kenny. I enjoyed the show. If you want to see Kenny live, come Tuesday or watch Tuesday night at 10 o'clock Eastern, streamingidiots.com. Kenny and Dave will be interviewing guests from the show. See you, Tim. We will see you. I'll be there Friday afternoon. So if you want to, have a root beer together or something, let me know. You're welcome. Both shows. Good luck at NAB. Don't be an idiot. I was like, that's like telling a leopard don't have spots. Thank you, Amnon. I will be careful, indeed. Although, quick story as we go. Last quick story. Generally, when I fly through Atlanta because there's no way to get out of the southern part of the United States without going through Atlanta. But since I'm flying Southwest, I'm flying through Houston. So I'm going from Pensacola to Houston. But in Atlanta, when I go through Atlanta, there's a Food Network restaurant there. And if you ever go through Atlanta, I don't remember. I've got it in my phone. In fact, I've got it stored in my phone, which terminal it's at. I think it's Terminal D. And they make the best grilled cheese sandwiches. And if you ask them, they will put a slice of ham on that grilled cheese sandwich. And that will be the best grilled cheese sandwich you have ever eaten in your world. In your life. So if you fly through Atlanta, doesn't matter whether you're going for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you still got to get the grilled cheese. And you want to, it's a Food Network restaurant, and you want to get the grilled cheese sandwich, get them to add ham. Oh, Otis says Papadoo in Houston. I don't know how long I'll be in Houston, but I'll check it out. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. We'll see you. And that's it. We be done. I'll let the stream run out a little bit so it doesn't cut you off. But I'll see you soon. Y'all take care. You hell.